great town pub is known for its vibrancy, and it's almost its transientness, where people are coming and going, and there's a lot of people in the place for probably 3 or 4 hours, but a lot of people in and out. So it's a constantly changing sort of thing, rather than having people sitting all night in a country pub, which you may do. Town centre pubs, city centre pubs are fantastic for the liveliness and let's say the vibrancy. Great pubs are made great by basically the people that are in them, but that is created by the quality of the ale, the wine, the food if there is food available. And you can put as much stained glass into a building as you like, but it doesn't mean to say it'll make it great. But some features just make people feel comfortable in them, and if people are comfortable, they'll come back and back. Well, a lot of pubs in Newcastle were razed to the ground in the 1970s, 60s, 70s and 80s. And it's not like some other cities like Liverpool, for example, where they were allowed to thrive and survive, and still do to this day. But what pubs need to have is a community spirit, their own community, and bring something different to the area, whether it's great ale, great food, and a really nice atmosphere, where people want to come. And Newcastle is sadly quite lacking in all three or four combinations. You'll get a pub with great food, you get a pub with great beer, but sometimes they don't have the atmosphere. They're just failing in what they do. Well, northern beers were always traditionally more malty, less hoppy than the southern counterparts. There are various reasons for that. The availability of the raw ingredients, for example, but now a lot of craft brewers are experimenting with hops, American hops in particular, different types of barley, so they're making some astonishing beers, even though the tradition here is for a slightly more malty variety.
Food.
It doesn't have to be complicated. The basics are pretty basic and pretty simple, where you would have combinations of, say, a Pilsner lager with pork or chicken, or as a nice aperitif actually, or you would have a nice malty ale with game, or a nice really meaty pie, or again a wheat beer with this nice spicy coriander type undertones. You would have that particularly with maybe chicken or something like that. And sometimes they contrast and complement, and they do a similar job to beers, do a similar job to wine, and they just bring the best out of the wine, out of beer brings the best out of the food, and vice versa. Well, in brewery make tremendous beers. It's one of the leaders in the northeast for being innovative, and the Writer's Block is a fine, solid, golden beer, but with a lot of hop character, which is it gives it an extra push and an extra punch. It's an astonishing product.